That's Money Brown, man. Ernest Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, so I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on two legends in this fight game. We got Canelo Alvarez, the hottest fighter on the planet, the 4-division world champion, the unified super middleweight world champion, looking to be the first undisputed super middleweight world champion. We take on Caleb Plant this upcoming November the 6th. We have the 6th-division world champion, Oscar De La Hoya, the legendary fighter. You know what I'm saying? If you know this boxing game, you know Oscar is a legend, right? Oscar fought some everybody. But Canelo want to let Oscar know, just because you want to show up to my fight November the 6th doesn't mean that we on good terms, homie. You feel me? Doesn't take away all the bullshit you try to do to me, all the bullshit you said about me, and that you try to get in the ring with me, homie. You tried me, bro. You tried me. Now, we all know the situation with Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya. If you part of this boxing game or you've been living up under a rock, right? We know Canelo took Oscar to court to get up out of the contract with him, Golden Boy, and 2 with the Zone, right? Even though he went back to the Zone, he felt like some bullshit was going on, and Canelo was absolutely right. Some bullshit was going on. It was a shitty-ass contract. They tried to control Canelo's career. They didn't want him to have much say-so, and they tried to force him to do things that he didn't want to do for their money, right? And Canelo said, fuck that, fuck you, fuck your money, and I'm going to make that money regardless. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, he didn't like it not one bit, right? As we all see, if you're somebody in a position to fuck somebody over and you making a lot of money up off of them without them knowing what the fuck you doing because you been a snake, a slam ball, and a skeezer, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't like it one bit. But nonetheless, the situation happened where Canelo got out of the contract. And when that happened, this guy right here, Oscar De La Hoya, started throwing so many shots at Canelo, you know, and y'all know Money Brown wasn't fucking with it, and I was on Oscar De La Hoya ass every time he said some bullshit about I got Canelo Alvarez because he was in the wrong and he didn't try to admit to his mistakes. He tried to blame things on Canelo Alvarez and make it look like he was there for Canelo. He did this for Canelo and that for Canelo, and like Canelo didn't do shit for him, and like he basically made Canelo Alvarez. And I feel like that was a whole lot of bullshit. A whole lot of bullshit. You feel me? Canelo made you just as much as you made him for your promotional company, right? Oscar De La Hoya made himself as a fighter, and I give him that. But nonetheless, as a promoter, I didn't like what he was trying to do to Canelo. Period. You know what I'm saying? You don't say, oh, you don't bite the hand that feeds you, or that you're ungrateful, or you start throwing shots at him. When it was his birthday coming up, you trying to throw shots out there at Eddie Hearn and bring up the clenbuterol bullshit around his birthday, trying to ruin his birthday when you know Canelo trying to have fun. It's just a lot of shady shit that Oscar was doing. And then the last thing, for not least, you know, you try to call yourself that you wanted to fight him. You wanted to fight him and try to downplay his skill set, making it as if Canelo isn't a great fighter, he isn't who he isn't the next great Mexican fighter, or as he can't be the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, throwing shade when Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. said he passed the torch to Canelo Alvarez. And you go out there and you try to make jokes and shit like that. Oh, Julio, no, he didn't mean that, you know? No, he didn't mean it. I know Julio. That's my compadre, eh? That's my compadre. Yeah, he didn't mean that. I know. You know, Canelo is not the next, he's not the greatest of all time. No, you know, the greatest of all time, the next, he haven't been discovered yet. As you try to downplay Canelo Alvarez's skill set and who he is, and his popularity and what he has done for Mexico. Like you was over there doing shit for Mexico. You ain't do shit for Mexico, bro. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to take Canelo, his credibility away for what he done. You feel me? Now y'all know I can get into Oscar ass on a whole nother level. But right now, Oscar want to show up to Canelo Alvarez fight against Caleb Plant, which I have no problem with. You know what I mean? You're a grown-ass man. You're free to do what you want to do, especially if you want to buy the tickets, because you most definitely buying them fucking tickets. Canelo ain't giving you shit free. And I know Al Heyman definitely ain't giving you shit free. You dig what I mean? Especially when you try to sue him. So you're definitely buying a ticket. Whether it's a big ticket, small ticket, little ticket, and you get in where you fit in. You feel what I'm saying? But going out to support Canelo Alvarez, you know, what's the reason? You feel me? What's the reason? We know when you were just about to have a fight, with my guy that knocked out Evander Holyfield. I can't get his name at the moment. And you quote unquote caught corona, you feel me? And in the hospital acting like you about to die and shit like that. You know, you trying to come back around and get Canelo his credit, and it's just, oh, no, I was in the wrong. You know, I shouldn't have called him out. No, I was wrong. Oh, Canelo, oh, he'll fuck me up. Yeah, you know he'll fuck you up. He was going to fuck you up. You feel me? He just might still just fuck you up. We never know what the future holds, because we never know if you're going to turn around and be another backstabber. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Once a backstabber, always a backstabber. You can never trust a man that stabbed you in the back. You feel me? Never. Ever. You feel me? But we all know the saying, you forgive, but you never forget. I repeat, you forgive, but you never forget. So I don't know if Canelo Alvarez is in a position to forgive Oscar De La Hoya for all the shit he said and all the, you know, the snakish shit he done. Or Canelo just like, you know, I don't give a fuck, man. If you show up, you show up. I'm not shaking your hand. I'm not saying what's up to you. There's no gratitude towards me. There's no sweat off my back. If you want to put an extra couple dollars in my pocket from buying a ticket, showing up as an extra fan, kudos to you. You feel me? You want to watch history in the making? You want to watch me knock this motherfucker out because you know for a fact I'm the better man, and you know what I'm capable of because you've seen me for years and what I'm capable of. That's why you change your mind and you stop talking that bullshit about fighting me, because you know that this ain't all just power and strength. You know it's a skill set there. You know I got a high IQ. You know I'm a bad motherfucker, even though you try to downplay my skill level. You understand what I'm saying? So with you showing up to the fight, it makes me none. Or is Canelo in the mood like, you know what, fuck it, let bygones be bygones. Yeah, what's up, man? You know, I don't wish no harm on you. Good luck on your way. I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, you shut your fucking mouth about me, and you ain't got to worry about me saying shit about you, even though we know it has to be in a gag order in the courtroom when they settle their differences, or however we want to put it, went their own ways, broke ties, cancel the contract, burn the contract, take the contract, wipe their ass, whatever they did for Canelo get up out of that contract. Oscar De La Hoya, I'm telling y'all, put some type of gag order on Canelo Alvarez to where he can really speak his mind the way he wanted to speak his mind, you know, through a certain amount of time. I'm going to say that, through a certain amount of time, because I remember Canelo holding back, saying he can't say everything right now, but he will expose it. You know what I'm saying? So we never know if we still got some ongoing investigations, if something still going down, or things of that nature. So with that being said, we don't know if Canelo's in that type of position where he say let bygones be bygones. Thank you for showing up, supporting, but that's it. That's all we can say, right? Shake hands, go our separate ways, right? It was a long-term relationship that they was together, you know, making good money with Canelo, putting money in his pockets, just like he said he's putting money in Canelo Alvarez's pocket, because he tried to make it as if he was the only motherfucker doing for Canelo and Canelo wasn't doing shit for him, which we know isn't true, right? And then, like I say, if y'all want to go listen to the interview that I had with Richard Schaefer told the entire truth and nothing but the truth, broke down how Canelo got the Golden Boy and what Canelo meant the Golden Boy. You feel me? So at this state, right, with them going their separate ways, splitting up, under the circumstances that they split up under, who knows how Canelo feel, bro? Who knows? Like Canelo say, he's a fucking liar, bro. You can't trust shit he says. He don't do shit at Golden Boys. All he do is this, that, and the third. Right? And we all know what Canelo said. Y'all want to hear what he said, y'all go check it out. But we all know what he said about Oscar De La Hoya, right? He's worried about other fucking things instead of, you know, putting fights on, things of that nature, putting me in fights. And we all know the situation when he left Canelo hanging in that fucking court situation, to where, oh, he's somebody who's going up X amount of money to help Canelo out, but he didn't give up shit. We just let Canelo go to court on his own and left everything on Canelo. And that's when Canelo knew you was a backstabbing snake. And all you cared about was your goddamn self, Oscar, Golden Boy, filling up your coffins. Whatever happened to Canelo happens to Canelo. So in my way of thinking, I'm like this. Canelo, fuck him. You feel me? Fuck him. He show up, go do your thing, become the undisputed champion, keep pushing. Walk right past his ass like you don't see him. You know what I'm saying? Walk right past him like you don't see him. I don't give a fuck if we try to mend his mistakes, he try to fix what he did wrong, or none of that shit. Because like I said, you can never trust somebody that stabbed you in the back, bro. You can never trust somebody like that. Because all they looking for is a way to get in, right? Especially if they can't man up to their fuck-ups. That's the number one thing. If you can't accept what you did wrong and apologize like a motherfucking man and tell me you're sorry for the bullshit you try to pull on me and the bullshit that you did pull on me, if you can't admit to your faults right away, then we have nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. Because I'm damn sure not fit to sit up here and try to make you feel better for your fuck ups or try to downplay like it wasn't nothing, because those were serious situations that y'all was going through. That's why Canelo had to get the fuck up out of there and get up out of that contract quick. I say get up out of that contract quick. Like y'all trying to fuck me over here. You understand what I'm saying? I told y'all that money that Oscar De La Hoya lost with Canelo Alvarez was the money to pay off some of them fighters and put on some of them shows. It was a nice chunk of money he was getting up out of Canelo Alvarez. And that's not there no more. So now he got to hold his own weight. He got to pull him own strings now. And he got a good fighters over there. Ryan Garcia, Virgil Ortiz, Jaime Munguia, you know, Speedy Rashidi, and other fighters that he got to put together and make them worthy. But with Canelo Alvarez, man, that was his biggest token. You know what I mean? And he could have continued to have that if he'd have just kept it chill and kept it real. So now you showing up to Canelo Alvarez fight. You know what I mean? I don't really know what to think of that. I really don't. You know what I mean? You saying a few things in a public eye, you apologizing on camera, things like that. You know, that's not good enough for me, bro. You know what I mean? That's just somebody trying to, you know, cover their face and you know, trying to right their wrong and knowing they fucked up, but they don't want to really come out and say they fucked up. So they go halfway do the shit. Oh, no. I don't want to fight Canelo, you know. We're Mexicans, you know. I don't want to do this. I don't want. But in other words, you're saying he was scared to fight this fighter. In other words, he ain't shit. He's a little bitch. Like all the shit you said about him, bro, just, you know, it's a lot to try to overcome in just one moment like that. I'm going to show up to your fight and everything's supposed to be A-okay. No. It's a lot that goes into this situation, you know, to mend these problems. You feel me? So I can say right here that I don't think Canelo Alvarez gives a fuck if Oscar De La Hoya show up or not. Like, he don't give a damn. He understand what he is. He understand who he is. He understand what he possesses and what he brings to the table, being the #1 fighter in the game. Oscar De La Hoya probably don't mean shit to Canelo at this moment. You know what I mean? Just like Oscar De La Hoya tried to make it as if Canelo didn't mean shit to him, and knowing that Canelo meant everything to him and his promotional company. So right now, bro, like I say, if I was Canelo, I wouldn't give two shits about Oscar De La Hoya showing up to my fight. I really would. I don't give a fuck. Go on about your business. I'm doing what I'm doing. Maybe somewhere down the line we can sit down and maybe talk about this, or a phone call or some shit. But right now, man, the wound is still fresh to me. The wound is still fresh. And what you did was some fucked up, sour, snakish ass shit. And I just can't look down on that so easily, bro. Not with Canelo being a stand-up type of guy that he is. You feel me? Not with Canelo being a stand-up type of guy that he is. Don't let somebody back into your wheelhouse so fucking easy, bro. So tell Oscar De La Hoya, matter of fact, don't tell him shit. Walk right past him like you don't see him. Let him feel it. Let him feel it. You know what I'm saying? And he'll get the message that way. So Oscar, you showing up to Canelo fight? I don't think that's a good idea, right? You think it's a good idea because you think you still can get in and try to talk your way out of the bullshit that you did. Maybe you could, maybe you can't. But right now, if I was Canelo Alvarez, I wouldn't give two shits. If I see you, I won't even look your way, right? But Canelo is his own man. We'll see how he take it. I'm quite sure Oscar will show up. I'm quite sure that we'll ask Oscar the question. Canelo a question about that, and we'll see what his response is. But right now, I'm telling y'all, Canelo might like say, I don't give a fuck about him being here, not one way or other. Next question, and I won't blame him. Good luck, Canelo, November the 6th. Go out there, do your thing, King. Stump this motherfucker, snatch that title, and continue your reign to become the greatest Mexican fighter of all time and one of the greatest to ever lace him up. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the ANSBC, moving everybody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the videos, and y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.